Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. James here from JVC Paints. Thank you very much for joining me on this rainy Remembrance Day weekend. Lest we forget, especially now with what's going on in the world, which I'm sure you're all very well aware of. Today I've got something that's a bit different from my channel, some Napoleonics. Napoleonics usually make an appearance maybe once or twice a year on my channel, so I thought the time was ripe. These are Warlord's Pavlovsk Grenadiers. I bought them probably about a year and a half ago. And I worked on them slowly, piecemeal, here and there when I could, as a palette cleanser from all my World War II projects. The painting is pretty straightforward. They have the same uniforms as most of the Russians that I have done so far. They've got the green coats with the red cuffs and epaulets and things, white trousers, white belting and things like that, the gray coat slung over the shoulders, and I've given them black gaiters as sort of a winter. And I find that painting less white on Napoleonics is more mojo sustaining than anything else, so I went with black. They don't have the shakos, as you can see. They have miters, which is part of their sort of claim to fame. They were allowed to keep their miters when all the other regiments were going into shakos. The guys here on this side here, they still have the little pom-poms on top, whereas these guys on the other side here, they don't. The four command figures on foot. We've got the officer here, two standard bearers, and the ubiquitous ginger guy who happens to be the drummer. They are all Warlord games, but this mounted colonel, or officer I should say, in the center, he is from Perry Miniatures. Following Anthony's Napoleonic channel, he always seems to have a mounted officer, and I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to do that with these guys. This was a brilliant figure to paint. I really enjoyed painting. It was probably one of the most fun figures I've done in a long time. The one thing I do regret is that I didn't sort of check the footprint of the command, because the way that he is, originally he was going to be more onto this side here, but then he's just steering at flags. So I put him in the center. There's a chance that if I do another Russian unit, I will make a different officer and maybe I can swap them out. But that's how it goes with these guys. This is a nice addition. It's a very slow Napoleonic build for me. I've done a lot of units, but I'm slowly, over the years, I'm building up a sizable Russian force for Napoleonics. So let's take a look at the whole army, what I've got done so far. Apologies for the shaky cam, guys. I've got to go into the double-headed eagle's eye view here to get everybody in. I just wanted to show them in different formations. You've seen some of this stuff before. We've just talked about these grenadiers here. This is a colonel. This is a mounted colonel from, that would be the leader from Perry Miniatures. Another great miniature, a lot of fun to do, this one. I did him a while ago. And then we've got two regiments here. I put one in marching order. This is also a Warlord Games Napoleonic Russians. And then we've got another one here. I put them in a line just to give you an idea of what they would look like. I've run out of banners and standards from the Warlord game stuff, so I'm going to have to look further afield. And then lastly, this is a cannon that we did for part of a group build, I think about 2 years ago. This is a foundry one, and actually I have a second one, and I have a lot more officers as well. And also have the box of Perry plastic. So this army is going to be built upon. The reason I just wanted to show it is because I think for a lot of people who are into like one vein or another of historical wargaming, whether it's Ancients or World War II, you know, you're like, oh, I want to do a Napoleonic Army. You buy the big army set or whatever, and then you do like, you know, maybe a unit, maybe 10 guys, and then it just sits there. What I found the best thing to do is to just buy a box a year and just work on that, and then slowly over time, you can build up a pretty sizable army. So here I've got basically a division. I got 3 infantry. And the cannon over here, I've got another infantry. The only thing I really would need is maybe a cavalry unit or two. But hey, I'm in no rush, you know. So eventually, yeah, I'll have a pretty sizable Russian army, and hopefully I'll find somebody who plays the French, and we can have a nice throwdown sometime. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.